Tobias Forge defends rock, it's not dead. Rock music's obituary has been written prematurely, and Tobias Forge, the mastermind behind the theatrical metal act Ghost, is calling out the myth. When Kiss bassist Gene Simmons declared rock dead, blaming streaming platforms, industry shifts, and younger audiences for the genre's decline, Forge fired back with a counternarrative that's as provocative as it is hopeful. But here's where it gets controversial. Can a genre truly die when bands like Ghost are selling out arenas and younger acts are rewriting the rules of success? Simmons has spent a decade doubling down on his claim, even arguing that no artist in the past 40 years has matched the cultural impact of legends like the Beatles. Forge, however, sees a different reality. In a recent Consequence interview, he challenged Simmons' perspective head-on. "I understand iconic bands have become rare, but as older acts fade, Kiss included, new headliners will emerge. It's a matter of time, not talent." Here's the twist. Forge points to a generational disconnect skewing the conversation. In the 2000s, everything new was dismissed as just new, he explained, suggesting that older critics, now in their 60s, struggle to recognize modern rock's evolution. It's an age thing, he argues, implying that today's rising stars are judged by outdated standards. And this is the part most people miss. Ghost itself defies Simmons' doom and gloom narrative. Forge highlights his band's trajectory as proof that rock can still thrive on massive stages. Earlier this year, he told NME, "The idea that no new bands can break through is nonsense. Ghost, and acts like Sleep Token, are living proof. These bands aren't just surviving, they're forging deep connections with fans, blending theatricality with modern production in ways the 1970s icons never could." But let's stir the pot. Is Simmons right to blame streaming and younger fans, or is this a refusal to adapt to a changing industry? Forge acknowledges the uphill battle, fewer venues, fragmented audiences, but insists success is still possible. You can still become a bigger band, he asserts, pointing to streaming's power to amplify niche genres. So where do you stand? Is rock truly on life support, or are we witnessing its reinvention? Share your take, and whether you side with Simmons' nostalgia or Forge's optimism, in the comments. Is rock and roll dead? Tobias Forge's take on the future of rock music. Rock and roll is far from dead, according to Ghost frontman Tobias Forge, who believes the future of the genre is bright with new bands waiting in the wings to take the reins. Forge points to groups like Sleep Token, Måneskin, and Greta Van Fleet as evidence that fresh talent can still make it big in the rock world. However, he acknowledges a prejudice towards newer bands, particularly from older music fans who cling to the established hierarchy of rock and metal. Forge defends Greta Van Fleet, who have been criticized for sounding too similar to Led Zeppelin, arguing that their intentions are genuine, and they shouldn't be faulted for any resemblance to another band. He also notes that younger fans are more accepting of new acts, as they grow up alongside them. Forge admits that Ghost and other up-and-coming bands draw inspiration from older groups but emphasizes the importance of using that influence to create something original rather than simply imitating their idols.